You are probably watching this alone. Maybe it's late at night, and you are staring at this screen, watching edits of a fictional character, wishing you had his mind. You see the cold eyes, the absolute control, the way nothing touches him, and you want that. You want to be untouchable. So you go on YouTube, you search for how to be like him. You watch videos that tell you to wake up at 5 a.m., take cold showers, do a dopamine detox. You try it. For a few days, you feel like a god. And then, the weekend hits. Someone ignores your text, or you just get tired, and you collapse right back into the exact same guy you were last week, lying in bed, scrolling, feeling like a fraud. You think your problem is discipline. You think you're just lazy. You aren't. Your problem is that your head is too fucking loud. Ayanokoji doesn't have a secret morning routine. He doesn't use a habit tracker. He has something you don't. He has silence. Right now, your mind is infected with noise. You care too much about what people think of you. You sit alone in your bedroom and invent fake arguments in your head, just to feel like you're winning at something. You are terrified of looking stupid. You are terrified of trying your absolute hardest and still failing. That is why you procrastinate. That is why you self-sabotage. Your brain is running a survival program designed to protect your fragile ego. You are trying to run a cold, calculated, God-tier operating system on a mind that is constantly begging for validation. It will never work. You cannot add more habits to corrupted wiring. I want you to look at the screen right now. Stop doing whatever else you are doing and look at this page. This is a direct excerpt from Chapter 1 of my private operating protocol. Delete and install. Read this table. People pay thousands of dollars to therapists just to figure out why they self-sabotage. The exact mechanism is right here in front of you. There are two layers to your brain, the behavior layer and the identity layer. Drinking a glass of water is a behavior. It has zero psychological weight. Failing to drink water doesn't threaten your ego, but sitting down to do deep work, launching a project, making a decision that people will judge, those are identity problems. Look at the question at the bottom of this page. Would failing at this prove something about me? When Ayanokoji fails, his brain processes it as neutral data. When you fail, your brain processes it as proof that you are worthless. And because your brain is designed to protect you from pain, it forces you to procrastinate. It forces you to pick up your phone. It self-sabotages just to keep your ego safe. You cannot fix an identity problem with a habit tracker. They look at the White Room and think it gave him superpowers. It didn't. The White Room was a slaughterhouse for human weakness. It didn't aid intelligence. It deleted fear. It deleted the need for approval. It deleted the anxiety of failure. You had a White Room too, but yours didn't make you a mastermind. It made you a prisoner. Your White Room was high school. It was the people who laughed at you. It was that one specific, humiliating moment you still think about before you go to sleep. Because of that, your brain installed defense mechanisms. The avoider, who never fully tries, just to stay safe. The performer, who obsesses over looking successful. The procrastinator, who waits for the perfect moment. Ayanokoji runs none of these. Not because he is genetically superior, because those things were killed before they could even grow. You aren't acting like yourself. You are acting like a trauma response. And as long as those ghosts are living in your head, you will never have his control, because anyone can manipulate you just by attacking your insecurities. Now look at this next framework. Pause and take a screenshot of this. This is from Chapter 2. The production ratio. Most of you watching this video right now are running a 50-to-1 ratio. 50 hours spent consuming self-improvement content for every 1 hour spent actually executing. Your brain releases a massive hit of dopamine, the exact moment it feels like progress is happening. Reading about changing your life gives your brain the exact same chemical high as actually changing it. Right now, watching this very video is triggering that exact mechanism. Your brain cannot tell the difference between watching an elite mindset and building one. You aren't acquiring knowledge. You are addicted to the feeling of fake transformation. Most creators would pause right here and beg you to buy their course. I am not going to do that. Delete and install is a clinical neurological protocol. It is an ebook designed to do one thing: locate your inherited wiring, strip away your defense mechanisms, and completely rewrite the identity layer underneath. If you want a morning routine or a quick hit of motivation, do not buy it. It will be a waste of your money. But if you are ready to stop consuming and start the deletion, the link is in the description. 5 years from today, you could still be exactly where you are right now. Same room, same screen, still watching edits of men who actually took control. still wishing it was you. A notes app full of ideas you never launched and potential you never tested. You will watch another generation step up and execute while you stay in the audience. Mastery is not becoming someone new. It is deleting everyone you were forced to be. 99% of you will just click to the next video and choose the trap. Prove me wrong.